I'm back once again with another Sean Saturdays. Today I'm going to recommend you about 10 books that are more worthwhile reading than Harry Potter, and probably more interesting. It was a lot more diverse character background and story arcs. So we'll start with the school setting. I think it's probably the best place to start. So the first one mostly only falls into the school setting, and that is the Murder Most Unladylike series by Robin Stevens. There's nine books in the main series. They're up here, and some small mysteries. But you follow Daisy and Hazel as they solve mysteries in schools. It's a middle grade, like the first couple of Harry Potters. It's set in the past, not quite as recent as Harry Potter. It's set in the 1930s. I think Harry Potter's set in the 1980s, 70s, 80s. But this is like a really good another school setting for middle grade. Much more fun, much more interesting characters. No like whiny Hermione or other stuff. But it's not really a magical one. It's more of the mystery based. Our next one is one of my favourite series in middle grade, definitely, and that is the Summoner series by Taran Mafaru. This is a series of 3 books and 1 prequel and 1 demonology guide. But this again is set at a school with magical creatures, magic. You can see they each have demons, which is like a little Pokemon type pet, which is fun if you kids like Pokemon or you like Pokemon. Definitely recommend this because it's Pokemon but with Harry Potter magic and adventure that you can kind of see. Yeah, it's going to be in focus, but you can kind of see his little Salamander. I think that's what it is, Alice. Salamander. Yeah, this is it's good. It's kind of like Harry Potter crossed with a little bit with like the ending of The Hobbit. It's like the big battle, but like it's really good, really nice short series. Only 3 books in the main series and 1 prequel, and another one which is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This is essentially a story based on another book, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, which the main character is writing a fan fiction based on not Harry Potter. And this is the not Harry Potter story continued after not Harry Potter leaves Hogwarts. I don't know if you can hear that. That is beautiful Sophia playing with Thomas the Tank Engine, which another good book series is like 70, I think. But they're interesting. This is like it's the smouldering romance of the simmering romance and bromance of Harry Potter, but a bit more adult. I think this is almost YA sort of age group, kind of bit teen. But yeah, this basically follows not Harry Potter and not I can't know his name. Who's not the bad guy? Malfoy. Yeah, not Harry Potter and not Malfoy. Not Draco Malfoy. That's the right name, yeah. But yeah, it's a good little unofficial fan fiction carry on after the book's end. It's fun. There's going to be a series of 3 books as well. Then we get on to books that are very similar to the magic system. Oh no, another one's in the school, and that is to have a physical copy because we've read it out of the library. That is Nevermore, the Morgan Crow series. I'm not quite sure what it's actually called, but this is about a girl who, on her birthday, thinks she's going to die, but instead of dying, she gets whisked away to this magical, fantastic world, which is really interesting and exciting. Yeah, so you follow Morgan Crow, and she is introduced to this world of magic, similar to how Harry Potter is introduced from the age of 12, 11, 12, 13, I don't know, into the world of magic. She's introduced to the world of magic. as an outsider, doesn't know anything about it, but lots of the other students at the school know a lot about the magic system they have. It's a really fun and exciting journey. It also has a not Voldemort character, so which is fun. Another one that's also set at the school, which is similar to Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, is the Magisterium series by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. Alice has only read a couple bits to me, but it is very similar, extremely similar to Harry Potter, except it's more interesting. The books are a lot shorter, a lot skinnier. There's a lot of coruscating, stalagmite, stalactite. There's a lot of Holly Blackisms, I would say. Only having read the Folk of the Air series and bits of the Magisterium, it's very much a Holly Black type book. So if you enjoyed anything by Holly Black, and you're bored of Harry Potter or you're not interested in Harry Potter, definitely pick up the Magisterium. Next we have the 10 Riddles of Arthur Quicksmith by Loris Owen, and it again follows someone who is brought in from the outside into the magical system. It's not quite a high fantasy magic system, it's very much a low fantasy, almost sci-fi magic system. Again, it very much has that core mystery element. I believe it's going to be more than one book, but only one book is published right now. But that's sort of at the similar to like a solid middle grade section for the audience. So the last book that very much falls into the magic system is the Pinch of Magic series by Michelle Harrison. This is the second book in the series, Sprinkle of Sorcery. There are 3 books and they've all been published. This follows the 3 Withersham girls as they discover that they have magical items inherited into the family, and shenanigans occur. But it's quite interesting because it has 3 distinct sets of voices because they're all quite different ages. Not quite different. They're all different ages. The three girls. It's quite similar to like a more Harry Potter level of magic system. They go on adventures. It's interesting because the magic is based on the items and not the person's ability to cast a spell. But this is quite they're quite short books, very much fun reads. That's one of my favourite series. And then we have the last 3 books, which I'm going to recommend today. I have a lot more books. I think I came up with about 23 quite easily, and then just started to get like books that have similar elements but less like Harry Potter, just sort of one element. But this is 3 books that have a faction / house / divided system. I'm probably gonna have to write this up as like do like a huge Venn diagram with everything, because a lot of the books have a lot of overlap with Harry Potter and other elements, but also fit really well into other elements. So the first one I'm gonna do in this bit is gonna be, actually no, first one I will do is Hunger Games, possibly the currently most famous female-led YA teen middle grade, that teen section. Most people in this, you follow you follow Katniss Everdeen.
Yes.
And in the Hunger Games, it's a dystopian, but it's more science fiction. It's very much in the science fiction end of the not realism section. But everyone is set into districts, and each district has different training and background and personalities and stuff. So they have one that's like fighting, one that's about politics, one that's farming. So it's a lot more global. It's a whole of North America, I think, just a whole global system, rather than just the select few taken out to be part of like a higher society. I've only read the first book, and I didn't get on with the writing style because it's all first person, and obviously, Suzanne Collins has to tell the reader things about the world, but they're things that Katniss would already know, so it just kind of grated a little bit. But these are really good series, a lot of action, very much a recommend. And they're also a motion picture made in March 23rd, 2013, so you can tell how old this series is. But this is a good fun adventure. And then we have another one that's based on the faction system, or house system, and this is the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. So you have 5 different factions?
Yes.
Yes, 5 different factions. So they have a choosing ceremony where the character gets to choose their house instead of being put into their house. But it's similar, it's like, I think these ones are quite element based. I can't remember massively. I remember these are really fun. Follows again like Hunger Games in a dystopian world rather than a fantasy world. But they're very much, you can see a lot of inspiration has been taken from books like Harry Potter and Tolkien and Earthseer. A lot of like good school-based fantasy sci-fi stories. Yeah, that was word vomit. I love you too. Yeah. So you follow a girl, I can't remember what her name is in this series. Triss. You follow Triss as they overthrow the big bad and uncover the mystery, similar to Harry Potter, where they overthrow the big bad and uncover the mystery. But this again is only 3 books. Yeah, 3 books in the main series, and 4 was an extra one. So it's a lot similar to The Summoner and Hunger Games. That's another 3-book series, and Sprinkle of Sorcery, Pinch of Magic. Yeah, this is a good fun read. Sort of, it's writing a bit more on the higher teen, almost YA sort of age rating for the book. And then we have the last book, which is one of Alice's favourite books, one of my definite favourite books, and that is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. So Red Rising has the hidden world, which Harry Potter has, and Nevermore has. It has the different faction system which Harry Potter has, and Divergent and other books have. But it's not set at a school, but there's a lot of training. It's like a military school it's set at. It's more on the high end. This edition that she says Ender, Katniss, and now Darrow. So very much similar to Hunger Games. This is very much an older one. It's quite graphic at parts. But yeah, there's a lot of different factions. This is the red, what are they called? The red people. Yeah, the reds, and there's like the violets and the pinks and the greens and the blues and the obsidios, I think. Obsidians. And then the golds, which is like the highest, like a big pyramid thing. Yeah, this has like a big main badge in the series. They're quite quick reads, although the other ones in the series do tend to get a lot like the Harry Potter later ones in the series. They get suddenly double and triple in size from the first book. But this is very much a book I would recommend to anyone that liked Harry Potter and liked Hunger Games and Divergent, but want something a bit older and a bit more sci-fi, because this very much leans into the high level sci-fi. But yeah, that is 10 books that I would recommend to people that either aren't that's 10 books I'd recommend to people that have either read Harry Potter or aren't really that interested in Harry Potter but want to read other books that are about that sort of set like middle grade teen YA, that sort of demographic, and they're also a lot more exciting. Remember to click the subscribe button down below, give us a like, leave a comment if you disagree or agree with any of my picks. I will probably do a follow-up video in the future, I'm gonna do something on the website, the bumblingblogger.com. I'll put that somewhere on the channel. That's the channel. That's the channel's title name. On the before I go, on the wrap up, the January wrap up, Alice is hosting a giveaway. So if you head over to that video and watch through, Alice will explain how the giveaway works, and it's open to anywhere in the world, which may become expensive. I don't know, but yeah, just go over there, follow the instructions. So remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Oh, also I am at Sean Can't Read, and Alice is at Everything Alice. Yeah, so we'll see you later. Bye. Then we have and we have